wherever you are hearing me from. This is your brother and friend, Reverend Professor C.C. Anyanwu. We are still on the same channel discussing the making of the man of God, with special emphasis today on the taste of capacity. There is a limit to some levels you can attain in life if your capacity is not tested. And some of the teachings our Lord gave have these things in large quantity to show us that no man becomes what he has not been tested and proved capable of handling. Look at the story Jesus told in the book of Luke chapter 16, verse 10 to 13. He said, it's a teaching, it's not a story. He said, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. If therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit unto you through riches? And if you have not been faithful in that which is another's, who shall give you your own? These are three segments of expectation of faithfulness. First, faithfulness in a little. Two, faithfulness with finance. And three, faithfulness in what belongs to another. As ministers of the gospel, as aspiring preachers, sometimes many of us dream of some ministerial Eldorados, some levels we want to attain, some great things we want to achieve. But our Lord laid out the structure through which those things can be attained. First, a little will be committed into your hands. Maybe God will choose to make you a youth leader, men's leader, Sunday school teacher, evangelism leader. To some extent, many people do not know that these are preparatory times for greater assignments in future. God talks about here, Jesus said, if you are not faithful in that little, you can't expect to be given much to do. This is where many people fail flatly. They fall like a pack of cards. Sometimes they could be wishing to be in the commanding positions, but they have not shown effective leadership in a little. God trains his servants by giving them little to see how they will develop it into greatness. Do not allow that to be lost on you. Remember, we are talking about the making of the man of God. The man of God is not made on dining table. It's not made on a poster. It's not made on a flex or billboard. God can develop your inner capacity to do much by giving you little. If you fail in that little, you have purchased a garment for no promotion. Then he talked about mammon. He said, if you are not faithful in mammon, which is money, you can't handle true riches. That is also instructive for people to know that the capacity to handle wealth and riches begins with little money. In the case of ministers of the gospel, church workers and leaders, their problems begins when they see little money. Their lives will scatter. They will go out of control. They start behaving like drunken sailors. Why? Because they didn't know that God wanted to test their capacity to handle true riches. But Jesus said here, if you are not faithful in mammon, which is money. In other words, mammon is the midwife of true riches. Money is the foundation to get riches. Small money, if developed, can become wealth, can become true riches. So you listening to me here, do not ever behave like the young man, the servant in the Bible, who was given 1 talent and he ignored it, he insulted it, he denigrated it. He felt his master was being disrespectful. But the statement said it was given according to several abilities. That is to say, his master understood him better. But he could have developed it into another talent, therefore building himself up for greater responsibility, but he failed. I see many young men of God, many ministers today, in the mold of that young man. The money that comes into their hands, they will begin to act unfaithfully. Then you look at the last one there, preparation for your own. The Bible says, if you are not faithful in another man's own, who will give you your own? I know many people who want to be general superintendents, super pastors, senior pastors, super evangelists, senior apostles, senior prophets. Those things are wonderful names and appellations. But preparation for them begins with you being faithful in another man's own, effectively serving other men, serving dutifully, heartily, and lively. If you are able to effectively handle such things under another leader, surely you have set yourself up to be given your own. There could be possibility that you harbor some strength to be a leader, to be a general superintendent, to replace your leader, but you must prove it by serving. Joshua served Moses and replaced him. Timothy served Paul and got commendation. Elisha served Elijah and replaced him. I wonder who you are serving in order to be given your own. I wonder who you are serving to be counted worthy of being greater responsibility, that which you can call your own. If wishes are horses, beggars would ride them. I know many of us desire great positions, to be in some commanding positions. There is nothing with ambition, nothing wrong with ambition. But ambition have manure, have fertilizer. You can fertilize it by a consistent and effective service under another man, and God will count you worthy of your own. I will leave you with that. I'll come your way next time. I'm your brother and friend, Reverend Professor C.C. Anyang. Remember, we are discussing the making of the man of God. Put this message around, float it around by liking, sharing, and subscribing to it. It is intended to bring out the nuggets that make men the men of God, not just answering them. Until I come your way next time, if you have a call to be a minister, evangelist, prophet, and teacher, well, you can call the numbers on the screen there and we take it off from there. Thank you and God bless you.